Okay, we're live.
Hi, everyone.
Oop, sorry. Okay, perfect. All right, yep, we're live. Okay, everyone. A little
Hello.
bit like put us out there just 3 minutes behind, but like we're good conversations always, getting trapped in that.
Our meetings, practical meetings, are also podcasts, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. Oh,
Maybe
yes.
maybe we should do like Ozzy Osbourne, having like a live, how you call it?
Yes, yeah, no, because I've actually, 'cause, I record everything, so I have it later. But I've actually turned a couple of our meetings into podcasts because we just go off on a tangent. Next thing we know, it's like, how did we get here?
Yeah, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, so, but still fun though, especially on the YouTube lives. Like everything's a podcast.
Yeah. So let's just keep on doing the meeting like we were doing 1 minute before we started here. So we were talking about the next event on the 1st of February. We don't have a title yet. So maybe the listeners maybe can help us invent a title because we want to
Yeah.
do something, with yeah, that is in according with the seasons, like midwinter has just been due, so now the sun is climbing again, and then around the 1st of February, it can be still very cold, it can be still very wintry, but the spring is already there. You can sometimes see it with those little flowers. How do you call them? Winter
Yeah, the
blue with
snowdrops, like they look like
snowdrop.
snowdrops, like snowdrops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, and we will evolve about that, explain everything historical, traditionally. Morgan will bring a lot of stuff in from the Celtic era, knowledge or deep knowledge about Druidry and all that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
it will be really, really fun. And what we were like saying, okay, if we divide the year in like four slices, we have like the start of the winter. We did like the Halloween hidden gene.
Hmm.
So and people resonate with that. Midwinter, especially with the Wild Hunt and all that, Christmas and all the derivations of Woden and its Wild Hunt. It's also clear,
Yes.
midsummer, can everything be more clear than midsummer? Everyone is vibrant, everything is good. And then there's this one in between, somehow, the forgotten child is like, yeah, the beginning of spring,
Hmm.
but we will change that forever. But
Yes,
we
yes.
still need a good title.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Yeah, because I've been, that's right. I was just putting together everything today to just launch it. And then yeah, didn't even realize I didn't have a title. More focused on the details and what it's going to bring and offer and,
Yeah.
all the fun rituals and stuff.
So who has the best title for us?
Yes, we'll have to put it in a poll in our groups too. I'm
Yeah.
just looking at the messages.
Yeah, so we had like the first event we did was like Halloween Hidden Gene. So
Yes.
the hidden symbolism of Halloween, the deeper layers. Then we
Hmm.
had like the second was like Winter Warriors, where we
Hmm.
explained that it also has like a martial background because everything evolves around Woden and his army of slain but best warriors.
Yes.
But now this one, that's another kettle of fish. But I know that we have very creative, intelligent followers, so please help us.
Yes. Yes. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, definitely.
And
So
maybe we
many
could.
creative.
I have this
Oh.
idea, Morgan. Would it be great that the one who has given us the best title can have like a free ride?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can put that out there.
But it should be good. It should be quality.
Yes, keeping in all those themes, yeah, themes and aspects. especially since
Yeah,
it's so, I mean, like you said, it's a forgotten thing, but there's just so much to that whole time that so much is happening culturally. They can't even say it in every culture, but so ancient culture, modern,
yeah,
witchy, you know.
yeah. And now you're saying so. Actually, the word culture and culture is also something magical because culture is everything that is man-made
Yeah.
and not in nature. So we can make a new culture in that
Hmm.
regard.
Yeah. Yes, it's true. It's like making your own, like they said back in the day, you're making your own tribe, making how
Yeah,
you're going to do things differently.
yeah, and we are always like talking about traditions, talking about old habits, divination and all that. So it's not that we want to pass the edge of tradition, but that we want to kindle the fire, you know. And we have to take all that old knowledge, but we have to do it. Yeah, we have to make it of practical use nowadays. I find
No,
it's like a living
absolutely.
tradition.
Yes. Yeah. No, I've always agreed with that, especially bringing it, how they did it back then is much different than now, but how would you use it practically? How would you use it to actually further you along instead of just the ritualistic?
Yeah, and that's also we have to make it that way that you can apply it. Otherwise, it's not of any use.
Exactly. But yeah, definitely. But apply it, like you said, in a practical way that's like not, I'm trying to think of how I'm trying to say it, but like how everyone's like the magical aspect, but there really is the practical aspect on how you put it into your everyday life. The same as when you make your bed or brush your teeth. Like, how would you put this like that? Like, that segue into it, if that
Yes,
makes sense.
exactly.
Yeah, you
Yes,
know what I'm trying to say.
I thought for me it totally makes sense. So I was not there, but I think it was also not back in the same because magical was practical. It was like one
Yes.
and the same. It's not some hobby or some interest. No, it's
Yes.
like
Yeah.
everyday life.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly that is just how you integrated it into your own life. You lived it. It wasn't like, because even now, like say like you're the Catholic, somebody just goes to the midnight mass once a year, and say they're Catholic,
Yeah,
but like how you're putting it into your life every day without even thinking about it, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And we are still ritualistic beings as humans,
Yeah.
even without understanding.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Somebody had put Return of the Risen Sun. Oh yeah, the Risen Sun.
That's
Make sure I said it.
That's a nice one. So we have to write it down. We keep you there. That's actually very good. I like
That I
that.
know yeah, I like that a lot. I'll write down the name and hopefully for you, I'll put the links in this one too. So make sure you're in our Facebook community because that's where I'll also do like a poll, but also not just the Facebook community, but our Facebook page too. So you got, but the
Yeah,
community is where we do all the polls. I actually did a poll today, so I'll have to go
yeah.
back and see what people put.
So we have to make sure that we note all those proposals that we note them, and that we then, when we have them all together, choose the best, and you can give out more proposals if you want. So,
Yes, I like that
but
one though too, though.
yeah. The best one wins and has a free ride. It's like a group assignment, so that's really great to keep it coming. But I always like everything to do with the sun because that's like the central element in it all. That's
Oh my,
maybe like the central element in life.
oh yeah, no, me too. I love it's like because it's in the middle of everything. Like even with Lenormand, it's growing, you know,
Yeah,
even in Star Class. I like, yeah, everything about the sun because no matter what kind of layer it is, it's still always fascinating.
yeah, yeah. But the sun is gone
So,
here. It's like really, really winter now. With a
oh,
lot of
really?
snow. So yeah,
Oh, you're Lucky. It was like 75, and I'm still wearing sunglasses sometimes because it's just so bright. The sun's just not going
Yeah,
away here. It's like Helios, not going down.
yeah,
So, but it's still like, yeah, it's kind of that crisp morning sun though. I don't know if you've probably seen that where you have like it's like winter, but it's still like crisp morning, just the sun's so bright. It's coming in,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I
That's
actually had
that's
a,
great. And that's
yeah.
also maybe a little bit what like our forebears did. They lived with nature, they lived in nature, but with nature, as a piece of the whole, yeah, of
Yes.
the
Oh
universe, so
yeah.
to say, or the cosmos, as a part of it, not on top of it, but as a part of it.
Oh yeah. Oh, there she did another one. Return of the magic of the risen sun. I like that.
Oh,
I
keep
like
it
that. That
coming.
was,
I don't know
yes,
who is saying
exactly.
it
Yeah.
because I
Of,
I have no separate device to see who is like talking. So
I know.
uh,
And
I'm glad enough to tame just one device.
yeah, no, yes, I know I've got to switch back and forth with Facebook too when the things are there. But I like that, and especially to incorporate the sun because you don't think about the sun this time or like what it represents even. Because
Hmm,
just like
hmm.
you're saying, like cycles of nature, because eventually, billions of years from now, the sun will explode into a red giant star and then burn so bright it'll eventually like burst out into just the shell of what it once was in that
Yeah,
white dwarf star. And then eventually, theoretically, it'll be a black dwarf star. But that has not happened yet, and that's going to be trillions of years. But
yeah,
it's but it's fun that it's like always evolving. It's always going around those cycles and it always is expanding, nature and stuff.
yeah. Time is a cycle.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. It's just going to keep marching on. And that even though for us our entire life the sun will be that center and the same, it will eventually evolve.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what we want: evolution, action, dynamics.
Yeah. Yes.
Like we already said. So we have like again planned a wonderful event. So make sure the 1st of February that you subscribe. The faster you subscribe, the longer you will be able to ask questions, to have your say in it, because that's the concept that we bring.
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely. And they're always fun events. It's not scripted, so it's really lots of talk. Always goes long.
Yeah.
Always fun
So we want,
challenges, PDFs.
yeah, and it's like catching on, but we want to bring a whole new concept with Mystery Channel. We will even provide stuff like maybe like live podcast. I always said this, and that is something also wanted to do with other people having already podcasts, or when I was a guest in podcasts. So, but I was most of the time nothing to do even with this era of my interest, like history and divination and mythology and all that, but was more like in a therapeutical frame. And I'm
Mhm.
always advocating for doing old school, like a live podcast. So where you talk about a subject, but people can mingle in.
I like that. That would
Yeah,
be
and
good.
really at the spot, I somehow, without even talking to you, I think that might be a good idea to do so in the future. But anyway,
Yeah.
but that's actually what our events are. That's why I'm saying it's like really like a live podcast, so to say. So we are like
Mhm.
talking about a subject that we that evolves around what we talk about in the event, but then people can really ask questions at the same time, and we are not
Yes.
really not scripted. We want it that way. We don't take the easy road.
Yes,
We take
exactly.
Difficult roads, but that leads to like
Yeah.
in the Pythagorean uh, is it the epsilon of
Yeah. Yeah.
Pythagoras, where I take like the nasty small narrow arm of
Yeah.
the epsilon instead of like
Yeah.
the big yeah comfortable part where you dive into materialism.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So let's make it
Yes.
difficult. You know, that's also good for our personal growth.
No, definitely. Yeah.
And you know,
I think.
that is always like what I feel with our work with Mystery Channel. So
Hmm.
yeah, if you
I
are
think so.
part of our events and or you can really yeah mingle in the conversation. So it's not
Yes.
us talking to an audience, it's us like having a chat with the audience. You know, and we
Yeah.
never know beforehand how it goes, isn't it, Morgan?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
always goes good.
Oh yeah.
I
No.
also trust about that, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I think so. It definitely does because there is always a lot of interaction, engagement, a lot of talking, questions. And plus, this is where you can actually ask questions at the time that you've wanted to ask whoever the guest is, whoever is talking, even us, you know.
Yeah. And like we always say, the big advantage, since that's our way of working, so we do the event always for like on somehow a general European time, Brussels time, and then for a good time like in America. But if you subscribe, you can be in both. And
Hmm.
everyone who was in previous events, they know there are no two the same events. We did
Yes.
my first event on Petit Le Normand again after all these years. You know, they evolve about the same stuff as like Le Normand Leap into Light, and they are totally two different, totally different events. And you can be
Yes.
part of both. And you don't even have to
Yes.
be there live, so you
Yeah.
can watch them both. You
Yeah.
don't even have to be there live. But the
Yeah.
big advantage, if you are, you can mingle in. You can right
Yeah.
away be the audience, but not the audience. You can right away be our, yeah, if you were like sitting around the kitchen table, that's what we always say. You know, if we have like a large kitchen table, like in an old
Oh,
castle with
yes.
a lot of
Yes.
chairs, and
Yeah,
everyone
exactly.
can be part of it all over the
Yes.
world.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it's fun because I like to hear other people's thoughts on it too. Everyone has such interesting ideas and interesting ways they look at something. So
Yeah,
it'll
you
be
know,
interesting.
let's be honest, we are like the nerds of the world, and
Yeah.
we have to cling together because if I am talking
Yes.
about these subjects to my wife, she will run away. You see,
Oh no.
and same for my neighbors and my family. So
Oh no.
we
Yeah.
we have to find other nerds to talk about that crazy shit.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I
But
could
we
talk
have the
about it
perfect
all
space
night.
for that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Keep the conversation going.
So
That's
anyway,
always a
yeah,
good thing.
and that's somewhat the most important news, except for the fact that I am really working about new content for the Petit Le Normand. As I was saying, you know, there will be another publication by the end of March, but be sure that we do around that publication a lot of new courses on the Petit Le Normand.
Hmm.
We are working behind the scenes on making old material of my Petit Le Normand work yeah, putting it in a new jacket, but it's still like old school Cardamans, you know, like really the yeah the basics of it. But from there on,
Hmm.
my new work will evolve around you know the same stuff, like a perfect extension, but then more from like a therapeutical point of view, and
Yeah.
with some new insights on how to evolve much better the sitter or the one who you read cards for so that we can make much more impact. You know, and we will
Yes.
provide courses in the future about Yeah, maybe even because I'm like a hypnotherapist. But if you like, and you understand, if you work like a diviner and use those techniques, that you can make much more impact. And it's
Yeah.
all about the experience. I find, and our
Yeah.
work will evolve around that. So, and since
Yeah.
this is my profession, we can do something, yeah, really special with it.
Oh
And
yeah.
then just before summer, then I will have another publication on the world of tarot history,
Yes. That would be fascinating.
which
Because,
also will result in a lot of courses and a lot of interactions. So, yeah, we
oh
are
yeah.
very, very busy. We are like launched and we are departed.
Yes. Exactly. Ships sailing off.
Yeah, so make sure if you hear this, and you're like interested in everything to do with mystery, with mythology, with symbolism, make sure you follow us. But especially, also enthusiasts about the Petit Lenormand, cartomancy systems, playing card cartomancy, tarot history. Make sure you follow us because, yeah, we will shed a whole new light on those themes.
Yeah. I like that. Especially the tarot history. I'm excited about that. Because everyone
Yeah,
posts like has ideas or this and that, but like the true thing, where it actually came from, stuff from that.
yeah. And a
I'm
lot of
excited.
stuff we do know, but there are really great insights. I have access to a lot of sources, seeing things, connecting dots never have been done before.
Yes. Yeah, it's gonna be really insightful. And I love history of any kind because I feel like it does add to everything you do if you read cards or even if you just like the cards for what they are.
Yeah, and that's also very interesting. Like with especially with tarot. I'm in this world. I'm somehow typecasted for the particular no more, and that's no problem. But I really like it. To work with that. I would really advise if you want to do cardomancy to really explore that deck. But the tarot is another kettle of fish in that regard. That there's so much cultural mystery, uh, historical
Yeah.
mystery, and all that. So that it's a work of art, and you can study it a whole life long, and many more ways than just cardaments. And that's what is what's it's making very interesting for me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
I like that. That'd be
And we will
fascinating.
definitely shed a whole new light and new insights. So, and I hope. So it's like an invitation when you're like a researcher on the tarot history and all that. So yeah, I reach out. So I will kick a lot of ideas into the world and let's examine them all together.
Hmm. Yes, I love it.
Yeah, but I'm pretty much sure that until now, that there are a lot of great researchers, like Robert Place and all those people, Mary Kay Greer and all. They did a lot of great
Oh.
research. But there is something, like you have to understand this really in European tradition and in the
Hmm.
nobility and all that. It's very important to see the whole, um, yes, to see it as a whole, you know.
Yeah.
You have to have really a deep cultural understanding. Otherwise, you look at it way too narrow-minded. And people who were there at our Winter Warriors event, they already know that we shed our light on several tarot cards and
Hmm.
how they see the devil, how they see the fool,
Yes.
how they
Yes.
see death.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
from nowadays with hindsight, we look, you know, very different at that, Um, but that does not have to be bad for using those cards.
No.
But there is this interesting layer to really step into the mind of medieval people.
Oh yeah.
And that's not enough because yeah, it's like a Renaissance product, but those allegories and all that, they come from much earlier
Hmm. Oh yeah, way earlier and different times.
in different
So
times. So
very,
they added on that, but it's not yet. You will find out. You just have to be
yes.
part about.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'm because it sounds fake. I know, but I will totally explain that how that works in my work. So, but it's
Yeah.
it's really interesting. It's yeah, you really have to understand Indo-European culture, um, but many things more. Also, a lot of things have to do with those with the guilds and all that because they talk about the triumphi. So as it's like a parade, but that's like European culture to have like wagon plays and all that,
Hmm.
and it has everything to do with that.
Yeah.
And I might even doubt if this is like a very meaningful uh, order of having those cars.
Hmm.
I do think so on one hand, but there are also reasons enough to totally dismiss that for
Mm.
some kind of reason. I will explain that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's just, I know. We're just about to
Yeah,
go off talking about that. Yeah, because that's actually a fascinating thing. Like, yeah, lots more to
yeah,
say on the event or,
yeah. Maybe
future.
that's the case because I'm really a tarot enthusiast, really, really. But often I think, in order to really find the truth, maybe you have to also take the different stance once in a while.
Hmm. Yeah.
That you, yeah, take the magic of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we kind of talked about that in the last one on how the cards are seen. Like you said, take the magic off it, but also what the cards represent to you. That's what you're getting at.
Yeah, but
Actually, I
but
have
the
my deck
end
here.
conclusion will actually be that it will be magical. It's like metaphysical thinking
Oh,
in
yeah.
the
No, it's true. It's just like it's like any kind of magical divinationary um, item. Most people put that reverence to it. Most people see it in how they treat it, how they work with it. There is that like sacredness to it that they put, regardless of the how it was seen or what was used for.
yeah. And in the end, I lift the bill a bit. I will explain it as a pocket knife.
Yes, yes. Because it is true, because it's really you. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. Cards always
So
out.
anyway, subscribe, follow us so that you are, yeah, forewarned that you don't miss anything. You know,
Yes,
especially
definitely.
if you suffer severe FOMO, make sure you subscribe now. Follow us, stay up to date, and please help us out on having the best name for our first February event.
Yes, I'm excited because the person I'm not sure because it's the tag name had really great ideas, and especially the sun. I'll have to put the sun card on there. That's what I pulled, the sun card. Wait, oh no, it's the little Prince deck. So I don't know if you can
Yeah,
see it.
that's great.
Yeah, it's a little Prince deck. So the one of the Kickstarter decks I got.
Anyway, let's wrap it up. I am so much hungry, and I hear
Okay.
that the dinner is ready on that, and my stomach is like living a separate life now. And
Yes. Yeah.
make sure you subscribe, be part of
Okay.
it,
And I'll
and
put the
yeah,
Oh, I was just saying I'll put the community page in the comments, so make sure you follow that and are in there so you can see everything that's happening.
yeah. That's a great idea. Yet another
Yeah.
great idea, Morgan.
Definitely. So, yay.
Okay.
All right.
We
Well,
see you on
well,
Sundays for our live. Uh, be there. At the meantime, we are still working on a great list of new guests on our podcast. So if you did not
yes.
hear our podcast yet, go search for it. We are like everywhere on YouTube, on Spotify, and all those difficult words. Morgan knows
Yes.
better than I do.
Oh, yeah. Every single one. And even our website, if you go to our actual website, I have a special place where it's all listed. You can listen to it right on the website too.
Yeah, no.
Everywhere.
See you on Sunday. Have a
All
nice
right.
day.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.